in the morning fog, blood on the stone, thick as the mist. No prayer for the hunted dog, only the roar of the cursed and the kissed. Sworn not to serve, yet bound to the scream, silver in hand and the end of a dream. Ripped from the womb, torn from the flame. No from or no tomb, no title, no name. Path of steel, ride through ash and bone. Path of steel, kill what dies alone. Path of steel, with fang and wrath reveal. No rest, no gods, no hope, only the path of steel. They spit when they see my eyes, call me beast, call me worse than the fiends. Yet they kneel when the children die, and beg for the sword and the bomb of my means. I bled for kings who knew me not, buried their lies in the corpses I rot. Branded in fire, raised in the grime. No sin, no crime, no reckoning time. Path of steel, ride through ash and bone. Path of steel, kill what dies alone. Path of steel, with fang and wrath reveal. No rest, no gods, no hope, only the path of steel. Still for the beast, still for the man, still for the lies that rise again. Path of steel, ride through Astrid Moor. Path of steel, leave no soul unknown. Path of steel, the white wolf never yield. No rest, no gods, no hope, only the path of steel. Steel in my hand, but no place to lie. Born from rot and alchemy, sin. No brother to beast, no kin to men. Tavern doors closed with the clang of guilt. My shadow's heavier than the blood I've spilled. No place for kin, no fire, no skin. Stone to the touch, curse from within. Bitter the path and colder the wind. No place for kin, no place for kin. Children hide when they hear my tread. Mothers whisper of the pale I dread. But monsters weep when they smell my track. Even death knows I never come back. Not man, not beast, just edge and roar. No hearth to rest, no welcome, no war. No place for kin, no fire, no skin. Stone to the touch, curse from within. They call me cursed, yet beg for my sword. They call me beast, then die by worse hands. But I remember every child I saved, even if none will remember me. No place for kin, no peace, no sin, carved by the blade, erased from within, forgotten by love, unclaimed by the end. No place for kin, no place for kin, no fire, no skin, stone to the touch, curse from within. Bitter the path and colder the wind. No place for kin, no place for kin. Marks on my skin, but none bear my face. No bloodline ties, no burial place. The wolves howl, but I do not run. Their pack is not mine, I belong to none. Steel sings true, but leaves me cold. Even victory rots when there's no one to hold. No place for kin, no peace, no sin, carved by the blade, erased from within, forgotten by love, unclaimed by the end. No place for kin, no place for kin. No place for kin.
I bloom where fire and silence meet, a scent remembered, soft and sweet. You smelled me once and lost your path, lilac and gooseberries then wrath. I walk through doors that never close, a soul in silk, a thorned red rose. I whisper names that no one keeps and cast my spells on those who sleep. You wanted truth, but not my lies. You chased the scent, but not the stars. Lilac and gooseberries carried on air, a taste of magic, breath of despair. My touch is fire, my gaze the end. My love's like a curse, you die to defend. My voice can bend the hands of fate, but power won't make lovers wait. You saw the storm behind my grace and still believed you'd find a place. But I am not what bards confess. I'm hunger clothed in silk and stress. Lilac and gooseberries carried on air, the taste of magic, breath of despair. My touch is fire, my gaze the end. My love's like a curse, you die to defend. You made your wish, the world stood still, but not even magic bends my will. You hoped I'd stay, but knew I'd flee. Some hearts aren't held, not by anyone. Lilac and gooseberries carried on air, a taste of magic, breath of despair. My touch is fire, my gaze the end. My love's like a curse, you die to defend. stars I made. Lilac and gooseberries carried on air, a taste of magic, breath of despair. My touch is fire, my gaze the end. My love's like a curse, you die too deep. Lilac and gooseberries carried on air, a taste of magic, breath of despair. My touch is fire, my gaze the end. My love's like a curse, you die to defend. Lilac and gooseberries and nothing again.
Breathe in the rot, swallow the dark, break where you're soft, forge where they mark. Neon fire, bone and bile, name ripped away, trial by vial. No prayers here, no mother's grace, only steel and the crawling taste. Find the root, crack the skin. Bleed the child, let the blade begin. Tear me down, I won't die clean. Twist my blood into the machine. Rip the boy from hollowed frame. Brand what's left with no true name. Limbs convulse, the fever speaks. 7 nights, no breath, no sleep. Voices crawl beneath my flesh. Each one asks, will you be less? Find the nerve, cut the kin. Drink the fear, let the trial begin. Tear me down, I won't die clean. Bend my soul into the machine. Skin is ash, the fire stays. Born in pain, I walk through. Eyes like glass and breath like frost. The boy they knew is long since lost. Sleep with blades beneath my skin. A weapon forged, not born of kin. No lullabies, no final right. Just torn apart and forced to fight. I was made, not raised. Tear me down, I rose through flame, but nothing whole came back again. Now I
without relief. Her crib was a tomb built in royal disgrace. No lullaby sung, just cold in the place. Silk overall, veil stitched in sin. They thought her dead, but she woke again. No prayer was kept, no rite was done. She rose alone, she learned to run. String of screams beneath the stone, teeth like thorns, she feeds alone. Twisted child, broken womb, drag the dead into her room. She walks in hunger with no true face. A daughter once, now all erased. The moon ignites, the soil cracks wide. She comes again from where hope died. No bell was tolled, no tears were shed. She was not mourned, just left for dead. String of screams beneath the stone, teeth like thorns, she feeds alone. Twisted child, broken womb, drag the dead into her room. Breathe a breath behind the breath, hands like knives, feet on the floor. Curse of blood, no home, no birth, taking out from rotten earth. She never wept, she never knew. The face she wore was never true. Her cradle cracked, her name denied. She sleeps in rage, where kings have reigned. String of screams beneath the stone, teeth like thorns, she feeds alone. Twisted child, born in gloom, still she waits inside her tomb. She waits, she waits. I walk through blood to keep them safe. The silver burns, but still I brave. I am the beast, I cleanse the land, yet they spit at me like I'm less than man.
You wear no tusk, but I see fangs. You ride on fear through broken ranks. You kill for coin, not for need, and leave your dead
Where they can play of men and monsters, who decides? The blade just cuts, it never sides. One made of claw, one made of sin. Look again, which one is kin?
I never lie,
is kin.
You kill what you fear. You fear what you are. You hunt what you were. You were never far. The face in the mirror, fangs or lies. Who wears the mask when something dies?
When something dies. If I am cursed for what I do, then curse me twice, I see it through. But don't you dare call yourself human when your hands built the worst I've seen. Of men and monsters, who decides? The blade just cuts, it never sighs. One made of claw, one made of sin. Look again, which one is kin? Of men and monsters, blood still dries. The scream still sounds the same when it dies. Judge the claw or judge the grin. Truth is buried deep within.
Which one hunts for peace? Which one kills for kin? It comes on breath too still to feel the frost that does not melt is real. The stars are falling one by one. Snowdrifts bloom beneath the hollow sun. The hunt rides through the broken veil. No road remains, no horse, no trail. The white frost comes, it does not wait, not bound by hope, nor held by fate. Across all worlds it seeks the spark, and leaves behind the cold and dark. Born of thunder, marked by light, she walks the breach between the night. They fear her steps, they crave her blood, the girl who speaks an ancient tongue. 1,000 paths all turn to stone when frost descends. You're not alone. The white frost comes, it does not wait, not bound by hope, nor held by fate. Across all worlds it seeks the spark, and leaves behind the cold and dark. She runs through snow that never melts, through fates that none have ever felt. Her art could shatter winter's wall, but none would dare to see her fall.
first eclipse marked before her lips could speak. Dagger eyes and silence deep. She learned to run before she wept. They called her monster, made it true. Chose the blade, what else to do? She begged for justice and none would come. Only steel beneath the sun. She was no saint, but not their sin. Torn apart from what could have been. Not wrong, not right, just never free. A mirror cracked eternally. I saw the sorrow in her stance, the lonely fire in her glance. She asked me once to choose her side. I chose the law and watched her die. She was no saint, but not their sin. Torn apart from what could have been. Not wrong, not right, just never free. A mirror cracked eternally. Do you regret it? Did she deserve it? I watched her fall and felt it too. The world had no place for the broken few. She was no saint, but not their sin. Torn apart from what could have been. Not wrong, not right, just never free. A mirror cracked because of me. Renfree's gone, but still I see the storm she left lives on in me.
Alien in the left, cards in the right. Let's see who cheats and who can fight. I strolled into town with coin to spare, a smirk on my lips and grease in my hair. Sat at a table with bastards and liars. One had no teeth, the other breathes fire. He actually breathed fire. No one warned me. Went and got her blood. Raise a cup, then raise your hood. Win or lose, it ends the same. A busted nose and someone to blame. I played a spy, then passed the round. He called me names I can't write down. The dwarf threw chips, the elf threw fists. The barkeep ducked and made a list. No witchers, no gambling, no goats. Went and got her blood. Steal or stool, it's understood. The tavern's rules are written nail, and broken teeth tell the tale. Who bet what they don't own, to swords drawn for a spilled flagons foam, to the brave, the drunk, the damned, the loud, and whoever wakes up on the ground. cursed her, so he cried. I laughed until he drew his knife. A chair flew fast, the bard went down, and then the guards came into town. When 10 gutter blood, we gamble gold, we spill some mud. Taverns blaze and bards will flee, but we'll be back by 3:30. Next round's on me if I survive. But fate still called, a debt not spoken, yet it enthralled. A cry in the dark, I turned my blade, but found a child not meant to be saved.
I ran through fire, through winter's sting. No throne, no shield, no royal ring, but every road still turned to you. A silent oath you never knew.
We are the storm they never planned. Two torn souls that fate has banned. No blood, no law, still I rise. Daughter of none, child of surprise. I've seen the world behind the veil. I've known the truth beneath the tale. But still I rode against the tide to stand behind you, blade at my side. They called me weapon, called me curse, but you held back the dark, not worse. Not judge, not warden, not a throne, just stood beside me like your own. We are the storm they remnants of old misdeeds. Steal from men, but that won't do. Silver drawn, I'm coming through. Silver's drawn, and they go first. footsteps return. The fire's gone low where the hearth used to burn. Names carved in stone, now lost in the frost. Each face I recall, each brother I lost. The forge is silent, the hall stands bare. No laughter now, just hollow air. I see the shadows in shattered glass, the days of trial too fierce to last. Ashes that care more and fall into time, buried in snowfall, lost to the climb. No glory remains, no sword to defend, only echoes and the fire we tend. They called us monsters, feared our kind, but no curse we took was ever blind. We drank the pain, we earned each scar, and watched the world forget who we are. Vesemir's hand on my shoulder, the day we first stood, blades drawn, hearts colder. We were boys turned to steel by the weight of fate, and one by one we walked through death's gate. Ashes that care more and fall into time, buried in snowfall, lost to the climb. No glory remains, no sword to defend, only echoes and the fire we tend. I lit the pyres with trembling hands, watch silence fall on dying lands. The swords still hang where none remain, and I walk alone through the falling rain. Every fire leaves cold behind, and every grave still speaks in kind. I hold their names, I hold their flame, but nothing now will be the same. Ashes that care more and fading from sight, gone with the silence, swallowed by night. No glory remains, no sword to defend, only memory and the fire we tend. less was gain, just more was lost. You wanna butcher, then raise the toast, drink two lies and call it just. They call me butcher, born of scorn, of blades unsheathed and legends torn. I walk alone where truth can't tread. They write the tale, I count the dead. By birth or breath, by hunger's cry, the world is claimed by what walks by. A promise made, a debt unweed, the law of surprise, the old world's blade.
You take a loaf, you take the land, you owe the thing you did not plan. The path you chose now turns to buy, and what once was free is now entwined.
The law, the law, the law of surprise, born from the dust beneath unseen skies. No coin exchange, no seal, no lies. Fate walks the road where silence ties.
A child found at the turning year, not sought, not known, yet drawn so near. A harvest missed, a wolf at gate. The price is set, but sealed by fate.
The law, the law, the law of surprise, born from the dust beneath unseen skies. No coin exchange, no seal, no lies. Fate walks the road where silence ties. You will not know, you cannot see, but when it comes, it takes what was never meant to be given. The law, the law, the law of surprise, born from the dust beneath unseen skies. No coin exchange, no seal, no lies. Fate walks the road where silence wander bearing pain. I rode through blood they never saw. The line I walked became their law. They called me curse, they spat in my face, but I stood while better men fled. No reward, no gold to hold, only silence biting cold. And if I fall beneath this sky, no stone will mark the reason why. On the path I ride alone, curse or call, I won't pretend. No reward, no final light, just the road and endless night. I buried friends with frozen hands. I crossed the line on understand. They etched my story into spite, but I still rode through their night. No reward, no gold to hold, only silence biting cold. And if I fall beneath this sky, no stone will mark the reason why. On the path I ride alone, curse or call, I won't pretend. No reward, no final light, just the road and endless night. No songs for those I couldn't save, no gods to guard their hollow grave. Still I ride where storms